Okay, check it out. I got a small announcement to make. We were not live the whole time, bro. We just went live right now.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how that happened. I knew something was off. You know what I mean?
What up,
even when I was waiting on you, even when I was waiting on you, I thought we were live. I just told the people the live was starting shortly. You know what I mean? The whole time we have not been live. So I think we're live now. People, if you've been waiting for us, we are live now. I thought we had been live for the last 15 minutes, but we weren't. So it was some technical difficulty. I was getting texts. They were like, "You having technical difficulty?" I'm like, "No, I'm good." I did have technical difficulties,
Man, hey,
but it's all good.
That's with the territory.
Oh my God. My apologies, people. If you've been waiting on us, that was my fault. I thought we were live, but we were not. So
hey, you know how it goes. We're never early, never late. Always on time.
Yeah, so I'm my apologies. My apologies.
Now, if you guys could see us and hear us and everything's good, make sure give a thumbs up, people, man.
Oh boy. Wow. My apologies, Big D and the people in the chat. What up, everyone? Let me reintroduce ourselves. I am G-Lew. That's my homeboy, Big D. Man, let me run it back, Big D, because my producer's going to get mad if I don't run everything back. Let me start it all over, y'all. Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Monday nights with Big D, keeping it real, and G-Lew.
We creep, slide up, hop out with the heat. Bang to the boogie, then we bang to the beat. G-Lew, maniac, we the soul of the streets. From the depths of the CBC, we back with the homie G-Lew, here to bleed the track. R.I.P. the homicide, shout out the maniac. Big D, the homie child, neighborhood Big Mac. It's a fact, I'm a motherfucking track killer. I'm the soul of the streets like a crack dealer. 4, 6, 8, 10, double up on the win. Broke the dice game up, hop back on my swim. Pulling through the hood like a G. Ever since the 6th grade, that's all I wanted to be. Shot my first gun at the age of 13. Met my first hunt, selling crumbs to the fiends. Never sit lean, just a whole lot of yak. With a 9-inch nail that'll break a bitch back. Homie, this slaps like a beat by Dre. The homie Ant Banks got a shout out to the Bay. This for 4 taters serve nothing but the heat. Whenever I'm on the fucking maniac beat, knee deep like the Parliament. This shit bang from La Brea down to Arlington. Give a shout out to the East Los, State Street, City Terrace, all the way down to Pico. We go all the way to the SGV, up to 710 South on our way to Long Beach. We the soul of the streets and we can't deny it. I got a bitch like Pac, baby, I'm a straight rider. When I retire, homie, help.
All right. I had to run it back, man, because we were not live. So that being said, again, welcome everyone to the show. It's G-Lew, Big D, keeping it real. Let's talk about it on a Monday night.
On a rainy Monday night.
Wake up and slack. Just another manic Monday.
On a rainy Monday night.
On a rainy Monday night. They say
if you're in Southern California, man,
California. Ooh, okay.
Cold over here, man. If you don't have your sweater, your beanie on, your jacket, or the heater on, man, just don't know. What up, everybody? It's your boy Big D. How's everybody doing this Monday night, man? Welcome back. Just like I said before, man, I want to give a congratulations to Pops and everybody else who participates with this show. He just reached 19K, man. So if that doesn't deserve a shout out, I don't know what does. Man.
Thank you. Look a shot. Thank you. No, thanks, Big D.
No, not only
everyone know that supports, man, and who's down with us, and it keeps growing every week. You know what I mean? People love the oldie show. People love what we do tonight. They love DD show, the interview. So it's all growing. Thank you, to the people that support this channel, people that are in the chat right now. We couldn't do it without you. We just thank you for your continued support. You know what I mean? And we only hope to get better. You know what I mean? So thank you, everyone.
Exactly, man. You know how it goes, man. As we grow, you guys grow with us. So, it's fun. It seems like family. I see you guys on other platforms and other channels, and we just do things a little different over here. We touch on certain topics and certain subjects that is equivalent to our lifestyle, man. So, like tonight, like I said, man, let's keep rocking it. Let's keep going, all right? Boom.
Talk about it.
World events, man. World events. We thought we'd change it up a little bit and talk about what's taking place in your communities across your state, country, and around the world, because we're international, man. We're not just trying to teach and touch the locals, man. We're trying to go over. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, growing, man. That's what I say. Big shout out to everybody who participates and everybody from everywhere else who will see this across the world. man, make sure you guys lock in. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share this, man. Let people know what's taking place over here, man. So yeah, we'll do a couple of those. We'll give a little shout out, man. Shout out to JoJo House. What's happening, Elia? Good to see you. It's always good to see my DD Hairston. How you doing, DD? Hope you're feeling better. Still fighting minds, man. But yeah, man, world events, man, world topics, man. Let's keep it local right now. Where I'm at in Southern California, man. If you guys don't know, now you know. So my first topic that I want to talk to you guys about, if you guys know, gas prices are going to go up pretty soon. Man. I already got a quote. If you guys haven't been seeing it, it's been already announced that Southern California gas prices will be going up next year.
How much farther can they go up?
What's up?
I said, how much farther can they go up?
Man, you already know what it is,
bro.
Hey, as far as they want to, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about gas prices for fuel. I'm talking about gas prices in the home.
Oh, okay. The gas bill.
Yeah, gas bills. Not the Southern California gas bill. You know what I'm saying? We already know gas is fluctuating up and down on normal gas, man. But I'm talking about the gas we use at home for the stove and everything else. It's just been announced, man, in 2024 that the gas prices, the social California Edison is going to be raising their gas prices. And as we know, as of lately over here in Southern California, it's been pretty cold. And I've been using my gas, I ain't gonna lie, my heater and everything else throughout the night because I got women here and they're a little fragile, so they want to turn up, women like the warmness. I'm a big guy. I'm like a bear. I can stay just under a blanket and it's all good. And some of us are like that, man. Some of us are we're tied down already financially. With gas, I'm glad you said that, Pops. With gas prices going up, food's already going up. Imagine gas prices going up. That's everything against our odds right there. And you hear this a lot, people, and that's why it's very important that we take notice, man, because I heard a lot of people, sometimes we got to decide whether we're going to buy food, put gas in the car, pay the gas bill. I mean, the money's stretching right now. We're trying to stretch every single dollar that what it is. Like I said earlier, man, whoever thought that all that money that was free giving it to us through the COVID, and the pandemic, they're getting their money back. And they're coming back a little 10 times harder than what they gave out, to tell you the truth. We already know you give a little bit something, they want a percentage. Like I said, gas prices are going up. Food is off the yin yang right now. You go to the market, man, it's just like eggs. It's ridiculous. Milk, I thought we had enough cows. I thought we had enough chickens. And now look what's taking place. Now they want to raise our gas. I mean, so what are they short on workers? Are they short on getting gas? Because in the United States, there's plenty of it. And that's why it's very important that we talk about certain topics like this, because if you guys don't know, you guys got to know. Because I know you guys feel it in your pocket, right? And I think it's kind of ridiculous, and especially when you're trying to take care of a family. Now, maybe if you're single, it's a lot easier. But like I said, when you're paying a mortgage, when you're trying to pay rent, now you got to buy food going high. Now you got to buy, gas prices for your vehicles going high. And now, gas for the household just to keep yourself warm. Now, a lot of people, how they say natural gas, right? How much important is natural gas? Do you think the Green New Deal was really important thanks to our leaders up in the House of Representatives? The Green New Deal, right? The Green New Deal and so forth. We're going to go, how would you say that again? What's that word that they use, to make it the green, Green New Deal and so forth. Everything comes with the price, man. I'm telling you, people, man. When we shave away and we try to do something different, it affects us. Now, that's more money that's going to have to come out of my pocket, out of your pocket if you live in Southern California. And I think that's just a little ridiculous, man, So, it's not free, people. And it's not the way it used to be back in the 80s and the 70s and the 60s. There's more people in this world. There's more usage that's being used. And that's why they're trying to come to resolutions. Hey, let's go green, right? Electric cars, let's just get away from the coal. Taking jobs away at the same time. You take somebody's job away, right, when they're dependent on something, then you want to just, and then you want to raise, prices on the things in the household. How does that help? It doesn't help at all. It's contradicting. So I wasn't really happy and really pleasant when I saw this little clip. I thought it was a lot of BS. And it's just like, how much more you want to stretch out? I mean, my rent was just raised. To tell you the truth, I just got a letter, another 50. And I'm just like, man, this is some real crazy stuff right here, man, you know? So, you know, how much more is our government going to push us, man? How much the federal government ain't really looking out for our characteristics and how we are in our households and all that. Do they come over here and go to your door, every single person, say, hey, how are you doing? You know, officially? No. Right. But when it comes to voting, they want you there, right? They want you there at the voting. They want your they want your votes so they could be put in place and put into the House, put into the Senate, put into the city council, right? And then next you know, they're not the people that you thought they were. And I think that's just a little condescending, you know, because sometimes people say something just to get where they're at. Everybody loves a good talker, right? You guys like me, you know, you guys like when I talk, right? Give me a thumbs up if you do. You know what I'm saying? For that one time. But I'm trying to speak a little bit beyond facts, people. I'm speaking truth. If you guys don't, I ain't gonna say you guys don't believe me. Fact check it. If you're in Southern California, man, you go out and do your homework. You know, if you know somebody that's out there that's in California, man, you know, call them, your relative, a friend, or so forth. And let me tell you, now we're gonna be talking about two different type of gases that we're gonna be complaining about. I still can't get over the hurdle that, you know, that we don't have enough eggs, and eggs are off the yin yang. And I can't still believe that there's not enough cows to produce milk. It's just crazy. But they know how to distinguish things, you know. They know how to say, well, it was a bird flu. So about a million chickens, you know, got killed. So that's why it's gonna go high, you know. Well, what does that come with, right? It's just that is it planted? You know, was it, you know, as of things have been taking place as of lately. I don't know what's facts and what's the truth, to tell you the truth right now. I don't know who to believe, to tell you the truth, besides my personal Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, you know? But it does, even that, you guys, we still have to follow suit, man. I got a kid to take care of. I got a family to support. I still need a roof over my head. I still need heat in my house. I still need fuel for my car to go to work or to get anywhere that I have to do. It's just like, I feel like they're just squeezing us. Right, they're just sucking everything out of us, and it's just like, man, it's just crazy, you know. So, you guys make sure you guys look into that. You know, something to keep an eye on. I'm letting you guys know here first. If you guys haven't heard it, if you don't know now, you know again. Check it out, man. You know, if you're a Southern California resident, we're gonna get hit. And once they could do the high places, you know, they start hitting the people where, you know, where it makes the most money, where it's very productive and so forth. New York, Florida, Texas, California. Once these places start getting hit, every other place is going to start getting hit too. You know, there's a narrative that's going on. And, you know, we got to make sure it's just like elections are coming around the corner again, people. And if you guys don't know, like I said again, me and Pops, you know, we dropped the content about voting. Very important that you guys participate, man, in the upcoming elections, you know, very, very soon, man. And yeah, we're like in a year and some months away, but that's how we get started because they're preparing already. The federal government's already been preparing. They're one step ahead of us, man. You know, yeah, they deal with a lot of stuff, right? Abortion and this and that, right? But see, you guys got to understand, people. We are the people of this country, man. We, you know, the federal government, you know, we pay taxes to them. You know, they should be listening to our voice, despite whether you're Mexican, Black, Asian, Chinese. They don't care about that. You know, it makes me think what other narrative or have what they've been doing. You guys heard too, I don't know if you guys been listening, you know, they're making these little concentration camps, little places around the nation, you know, where they're going to segregate, put certain people. If you guys go into Walmart, you guys see it all over the social media. You know, some places, you know, there's, you know, you don't even have a line no more, you know, depending on what Walmart you're at. Everything's checkout now. Everything's, you know, they're just checking out.
Hey, check this out. Let me see this comment right here. I don't know if you heard about that. He said, what do y'all think about the proposal to replace the IRS with a 23 to 30% consumer tax?
Ooh. That's what we're talking about. I heard about that. I did a little bit. See,
wow, about that. I'm not up on that one.
So what they want to do is eliminate taxes, federal taxes now. And what they want to do, like he said, you know, depending, I haven't really studied on that, but they want to give like a 20 and a 30% of a tax, depending how much you use. If I'm right, you know what I mean, how much consume you go to a place and you buy certain stuff. right? So if you're buying so you're spending like $3,000 or $2,000 or somewhat, I'm just saying, just putting a figure out there.
Right.
That's how you're going to go by your taxes, because there's a sales tax, right? If you notice, there's a sales tax.
Right.
So based on that, everything you get taxed for, they want to eliminate the taxes, right? But then again, somehow, some way, they're trying to configure it where they're going to make it like, if I'm correct, because I really did, I heard of that. I just heard of that this week. But they want to consume it depending on what kind of, they do brackets, right? You got low income, you got people that are high income, and they tax them, right? If you notice, all the rich, they pay less taxes,
Right.
But then again, it's not because they're paying less taxes, because they have the money to pay more. They do.
Oh, they say it's like, it'd be like setting your own taxes based on your spending. Kind of what they do, like you said, if you have your own business or whatnot, and okay.
Yeah.
So just trying to make their job, make their job a little easier. I didn't see the IRS just saying, okay.
Right. Well, they're not putting it out there unless you got to do your homework, right?
Right. Right.
So it's like they're trying to rob you legally. Let's just say that. Can I say that?
Right.
You know what I mean? They're just trying to rob you legally, no matter what. So it sounds good, right? Like everybody thinks like, oh yeah, we're not going to pay taxes no more. Woo, woo, this and that. So they're not. I work all that overtime. Now I'm going to get all my money. Well, it's just like when the year ends, they're going to calculate everything you made, and then they're going to go to that percentage, and you might even be paying a little bit more.
Or you can get penalized if you don't put your correct. You know what I mean? They can come back and use that against you, and it may or may not be your fault.
Right. Isn't it funny too? Isn't it funny that they say that the IRS wants to know how much money you're making? I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of that. It's all over the news. Like I said, they want to know how much you're making. You know what I mean? That they want to tap into your account.
I can dig it. Yeah.
Right? They want to tap into your bank account. Why does the federal government even want to do that? Like I said, we are the people of this country, man. We have all kinds of rights and amendments that go for us, but we don't use them. You know what I'm saying? So, they got to make sure, but see, they're applying with it because they already used their fear factor, right? They already used the COVID scenario. And a lot of people fell for it, to tell you the truth. We fell for it. They gave us the money. They shut the world down. They probably, the federal government probably wanted to see how far we were going to go. They wanted to see if we were going to panic, and we didn't panic. Straight up, we got back on our feet. And just like United States, especially, Americans, man, you know how it is, man. If you're going to give me something for free, hey, I'll run with it. If I have to pay a little bit back, yeah, I'll get it. It's not going back to the norm, people. This country, and not even this country, like I said, this is world events. There's other countries that are taking part to see what they could do, how to control the human race, society. That's basically what they're trying to do. And that taxes, I'm glad that homie just brought that up, because I was studying, but since he brought it up, he let it know a little bit more. Tap in. Hey, man, put that number on. If you guys want to come in, DHATX Original, call in, man, and give me a little bit of how you feel. This is open to everyone. That's what I'm saying. We're a community. We come together, man, give your guys' opinion, because we don't know everything. And the more knowledge we know, and the more that we get to understand and educate, so when stuff happens, we're prepared. It's called preparedness, And they're trying to run away with that, and they're trying to those taxes, like I said, and that's crazy. So if you guys feel that it's going to be your benefit that you guys don't have to pay taxes, man, give a thumbs up. But then again, make sure you guys do your homework and see where your finances are going, because there's business owners, there's entrepreneurs, and so forth. So how's that going to affect everybody? Like I said, I didn't dab into it, but maybe somebody else that's done a little bit more homework, hey, you guys come out. You know what I mean? Call in, check it, and let us know how you guys think. So
they will deduct Fed and state tax from your income. I mean, I'm checking out these right, Big D, because they be intercepting so much along with medical expenses.
Right. Because we have all kinds of expenses, man. Like you said, right? Elliot just said medical expenses, food expenses.
Like 30 things coming out your check. Be like, hold up.
Yeah, like, now they're going to take more, they're going to take less. I'll tell you one thing, they ain't going to take less. You know what they're going to take? They're going to take a lot more. It just sounds like it's reasonable, like, oh yeah, we're not going to pay taxes, man, but it's a facade. It's something that, like I said, the federal government already just trying to take control already. What's the narrative? They're already controlling people and how to use their bodies. They're already telling people how to raise your kids. If in school subject in some certain counties and some parts of the states around the nation, why would the school district? We'll tap into this one too. I'm pretty sure how you guys Let me know how you guys feel into this one.
That affects Social Security.
Yeah.
There's a lot of factors with this.
Yeah. Would that affect Social Security? I think it would. That's why haven't you heard that they're trying to eliminate, Social Security too? But Social Security is a state thing, right? It's mostly a state attribute,
Right.
But then again,
it's funny, it's federal, but it deals with state to state.
Right. Because, everything goes through the state first because there's 50 states, and then if we have a problem, we take it to what? The federal government, right? Don't you notice that you have the federal government will fund certain amount of funding, like there's a tragedy or episode that took tragically, there was a hurricane, big fire or whatever, the federal government goes in and they pay a portion, because the federal government is the one that makes money. They produce the money. That's where it's at. The federal government say, hey, if you guys don't know already, man, we're like trillions of dollars, like we owe big time. Who's gonna pay that? That's why they suck every penny off of us. That's why they take everything they can and get from us. Like, it's very important that we start looking into like what they're taking from us. If you look at it, they'll take, okay, we'll put $5 into Ukraine, right? That's where some of our money, our tax money is going, to be honest with you, right? We'll dive into that a little bit. I'm just throwing a scenario out there. That you pay $5 for people over there in other parts of the world for this. Then you pay for this. A lot of our money that they take, our taxes, shouldn't even be going anywhere. It's useless, right? It's more painless to us, to tell you the truth, because they're taking out of our pocket. They're pinching out of our money. But taxes have been around for a long time, people. Even the Bible talks about it. Whatever percentage you make, you got to give to Caesar. You know what I'm saying? So look at government as like the Roman Empire, man. And you got to pay Caesar. You got to give that 10%. You know what I'm saying? And trillions of dollars in debt. We are in trillions of dollars in debt. And I'm just one person. I can't pay that. You know what's crazy though, Pops?
What up?
You got some trillionaires that are out there, man. Elon Musk. They got trillions of people that are out there, man. We got Elon Musk and all this. We got people that have so much money they don't even need it. To tell you the truth. Everybody could be a millionaire in this world. There's so much money, man. Everybody could be a millionaire. But that's what I
don't get. The part why everything it don't add up,
right? Because it's controlment, bro. They're trying to control. They want poverty. They want people to be. It's sad to see homeless people out there. There shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be no homeless people out there, man.
All
the money we have, there should be no homeless. And I don't mean that in a way where people are not going to do what they do. I mean, you shouldn't be homeless on the street. There should be a place for everyone to be. You know what I mean?
Facility,
homie. There's no reason in Los Angeles, the richest city in the country, bro, should have homelessness the way it is, bro. That shit is ridiculous right now, man.
Right? And it's freaking cold right now over here in Southern California. The other day I ran into this youngster, man. It was so sad, bro. And I told him, like, hey, because I was calling other resources before I was going to hit him up, to tell you the truth. And over here, if everybody's from Southern California, I even forgot about this, because I was calling around. It's called 211. It's information that there's out there that will help you pay certain bills. If you're struggling in this place, you need a household or something, There is resources out there, but the government makes it 10 times damn harder to get to that place. A lot of these shelter places are for children and women. Okay, I understand that. And then there's other homeless shelters that are out there for men, but they make it so darn far to go over there. They know homeless people, most of them don't have a phone. They know they don't even have 50 cents to get a bus to the facility. So how do you want these people to, everybody says like, oh, homelessness, man, that's their problem. They choose to be out there. And it's not necessarily like that. And there's a couple of people, podcasters out there, they come out there and they think homelessness is just, that's the way they want it to be. They know a lady that's out there. Yeah, she
wants to be sleep on the street, bro.
Right. There's a lady out there that's maybe has 6 kids, and it's sad. You'll see it, 6 kids on the corner right there at Skid Row. And the people will say like, oh, they shouldn't be out there. Why would they have more babies and this and that? Well, they're trying to run the system too. They could get welfare. They're trying to get a place. They get housing and so forth, man. But everything takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. Then you got people that are psychologically, mentally, they're not stable. So how do you want a person that's stable that all they know is to do drugs and have sex and have kids? It's a normal to some people that are out there a lot. They're already giving up. So homelessness is another topic, we could dab into, man. And that's all over the world. not just over here in Skid Row, man. You know what I'm saying? You go to the nicest city right now, man. But see, you know, one thing that kind of disappoints me about homelessness, if you're in a nice city and they're trying to see you build up a camp, a homeless camp, man, let me tell you something, man. You know, the whole fire department, police department, you know what I mean? All those departments will be there kicking them out. And that's the thing that's very, very, very sad. Yeah, case managers in house, they don't, yeah, they need a lot of case managers. That's what my wife's going to school for. And that's where, hopefully that's the direction she's going to go. And she went for case management, to tell you the truth. But, you know, it's everywhere, people. You know, it's very sad to see this. Like I said, we shouldn't see anybody out there with all the money in the world and they still can't figure it out, you know, especially our local governments or, you know, our state senators and those who represent city councilmen. They don't have they don't have a clue how to do it. For one, psychologically, there's people that out there been there 25 years, 20 years, 10 years. You're going to tell them how to run their life? Heck no, they don't care if they have a roof over their head or not. They're still going to be over there and have their own community of homelessness. You know, these are the people because you know why? There's no trust in the community. They'll help you out for maybe like 2 years, a year. But how you need to teach people how to be stable when they're unstable. And that's what's taking place. You know, you got to teach people about taxes, you know, before they don't know nothing about taxes. It's uneducational. You know, that's what I'm saying. If you guys didn't tap into the DD Hairston and the hookah lounge this weekend with my wife, make sure you guys talk because they were talking about certain subjects that made a lot of importances in people's life. We go across YouTube fishing for information and think, oh yeah, this is cool and that's cool. And these other people who are on YouTube, man, most of them, they're just trying to put in their pocket. Not all of us, but there's some of us that are out. They don't give a darn about what we think and what you do. And you guys are putting money into them, sending them Snapchats and this and that. And where are you getting your feed from? Off a good high? Off a good quote? Oh, because he said something or she said something cool? They don't care about you. You don't see, what's that guy's name, man? I forgot who he is, man, but he's real high and in social media right now, YouTube. He makes an attempt, you know, but he has so many subscribers, it's easy to give that money away. You know, anybody that was giving me a gang of money, man, you know, I'll do it. But see, he's not doing it. I will invest in my community. He's just trying to make people happy. He's just trying to get followers and viewers just like most of these other channels, man. When the Most High created the world, everything good was a gift to us. There's no reason why a hungry person couldn't talk through the park and pick some fruit off a tree. Yeah. Yeah, that's facts right there, man. That's the truth, to tell you the truth, man. And even that coming down since the beginning of time, man. If you're a believer, depending on, you know, I'm not mocking no religion or so forth, but don't mock mine and don't mock my belief. You know, it all started from, you know, the garden. You know, there was a big mistake. There was a transition that was made, and spiritually somebody took a different route. You know, I'm not blaming the females or so forth, but you know, it takes two to tango, man. You know. We all say, you know, it was all because of Eve, but Adam should not bit the apple like a pendejo anyways, right? And because of that, reality came to life, man. And now, you know, we're paying for our sufferings, man, you know, and that's why it's a generational thing, right? Most likely, if you have a father that's an alcoholic, you probably be an alcoholic. Most likely, if you know what I mean, if your wife was, your mother was a prostitute, most likely you probably be a prostitute. I'm saying you will, but these are chain barriers. These are called generational things, right? If you're a gang member, if your dad was a gang member, most likely you'd be a gang member. If your family was raised poor, most likely you'd be raised poor. You know, that's just the way things have been transitioning. People always want to know and trying to fix things. Well, how do we fix it? Well, you got to go back. You know, you got to go back to where.
What up, my boy?
What up, Cholo? You got to go back to where you were coming from, man. You know, you got to know where the mistakes were made, and then you'll get an idea how to fix them. So it's just, that should be the start of the homelessness issue, mental illness. Yeah, for sure, Shep. You know, homelessness, it has to be discovered. You got to talk. These people are so secluded. They don't want to speak. They don't even want to be helped. You know, they just want to be where they're at because it's not transparent. You know, you got a city official going on and say, yeah, we're going to help you with a bunch of papers. How is that very transparent? Okay, we're going to say, we need your ID. We need this, we need that. Knowing damn well you don't have an ID. You know, most people out there are homelessness. So how are they supposed to take that? Like, oh, man, so I got to go through this process in order to get there. And I get it because it's all about, you know, recording. You know, there's a certain way that the government takes, and other workplaces, how it works. They want to identify you. They want to know your age and where's that. I get it. It's kind of hard. I ain't gonna say anything's impossible in life, man. Let's just be honest, people. It just takes a little bit more effort, and these people need a little bit more time and a little bit more concentration and a lot of patience in order to understand where these people are coming from. You put a big old in Skid Row, man. You put a 60,000 built facility right there. You'll end homelessness real quick. Now it might be a challenge because all the things I've been saying. You got to profile them. You got to get their name and so forth. But if they could put a stadium freaking anywhere, a $3 billion stadium somewhere, why wouldn't they put a freaking 60,000 homeless stadium somewhere else, household, right? I mean, think about that. Because homelessness don't bring in money. It takes money. You know what I'm saying? But a football game bring a lot of revenue, man, to the investors. Now, these days, man,
You would think, though, how it's starting to look. You would think they would invest, how they say the quote-unquote property and all of this. You would think they would want to invest in something to shelter the homeless because it just how it looks, it's just out of control right now, man.
For years. But they have an agenda, bro. Without homelessness, without crime, without addictions, you're giving jobs away, man. There wouldn't be it'll be less police officers. There wouldn't be counselors. There wouldn't be, probation officers. There wouldn't be no rehab. You eliminate the problem real quick because all people want to do in life is be fed and have somewhere to sleep, man. And they'll work for it. Trust me, man. Those are the two main things that should be given to us as human beings automatically. To tell you the truth, man. We shouldn't, like we said, we just talked about earlier. Homelessness, man, shouldn't even be out there. To tell you the truth. And like we said, it's in every city, every state, every community it's even across the world. When I went to Europe, I couldn't even believe it. I was like, you got homeless people over here too? And that's what made it tradition. Like, there's ghettos everywhere you go, people.
The world is a ghetto.
And now that things are transpiring and transitioning, and taking place, you think it's going to be a lot easier. Things are getting harder. The government's even putting us people out there to be homeless because everything's freaking high prices, gas is high, food is high. Think about it. It could be you real quick, and it could be us. It could be us real quick, and it's just, accidentally you could get.
No one is exempt, homie.
What's up?
I said no one is exempt.
No one is exempt. Nobody. That's the truth right there. You see how we separate facts from truth? Facts change all the time. People, I told you guys, I don't go based on facts. I go based on the truth. Facts is, I ain't homeless right now, but God forbid, the truth, I could get a simple injury, God forbid, eliminate my legs, and then I can't go to work, and now I can't go get the income that I need, and next, I can't pay the rent, and next, I'm living with somebody, or I'm living out on the streets. It's just that quick. And then I have to go through this whole process just to, disability, all these finances and the resources, people, they're going to run out. Social Security, they're threatening, right? These are some world stuff, events that's taking place in our community.
Hello.
Let's go.
You got to call it. Call hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, we hear you now. Can you hear him, Big D?
Perfectly.
All right, go ahead,
hey,
bro.
What's up? This is Danny. This is Danny coming from Santa Cruz. I just wanted to ask you guys what you guys thought about inflation, but what do you guys think about the interest rate going up so high right now to control the inflation? Now, when COVID hit, they had the interest rate at 3.3, and right now they have it up at 6.8. Do you guys think that's for inflation, or you guys think that's so less people buy homes and buy cars and get credit cards? What do you guys think?
That was kind of a lot. Did you catch that, Big D? Kind of what he said in a nutshell.
Somewhat. Let's get to one. Let's get to the main point.
A bit more specific, homie.
Yeah. Inflation, right? Inflation.
Yeah, but why is the interest rate so high right now? They have it up so high. Like if you're gonna buy a house, or you're gonna get a car, or you're gonna get a credit card, why do they have it up so high at 6.8 to control the inflation?
Right. Yeah, that's kind of crazy because it wasn't like back in the days where if you had good credit, it'd be a small percentage. Now, even with good credit, man, the inflation, the prices is still high. Well, see, they're just trying to backtrack, and they're making everything a little bit more harder, in my opinion. They'll give you the $500 of credit. They'll give you the $2,000 in credit. They just want to make sure they want that money back. But
hey, let me play advocate. Do you think now, because a lot of people, just like you said earlier, Big D, the pandemic, all that wasn't free. All the money they gave out. Do you think this is part of the reason everything all of a sudden has went up real high? Like prices on from food, like you said, the gas, everything is went up, and it's like, and it keeps going up.
Right.
You think it has something to do with that? Like you said, they're getting their money back.
I think it's a reflection of everything, to tell you the truth, man. The big part is that we're in debt, trillions of dollars, man. You know, so it's a lot harder. You know, whatever these whether you're getting a credit card,
blind, like you said,
yeah, American Express or a MasterCard and stuff. They want to make sure that they're getting money back, man. You know, they want to make sure that, you know, they're going to get every dollar back, because if they don't get their dollar back, then they're going to put a fat, you know what I mean, a fat report on you, where it's whether you make the payment or you don't, you know. So it's like you're putting people in a corner, to tell you the truth, man, because we all want credit. You know, even I think credit pretty soon later on is going to be disrupted, bro. It's not. You know, if you guys know, you know, there's a thing that's going on. They're saying, you know, they're even making chips, you know, and that they want to install in people's bodies. It's already happening across the world, where, you know, everything's going to be based on, they're trying to microchip everybody, make things a lot easier, because everything's, they want to detain and control you, you know. So
it's almost there though. Now if you look at it, everything is almost there.
Yeah, but how do people get control these days? By money, right? That's what it is, by money. You got a credit card over here, you got a credit card over here, I got a credit card for Mervin's, I got a credit card for MasterCard, I got a credit card for this. It's supposed to help you stabilize and to build you. But then again, now when things are changing, it's like they're putting more pressure on you. That's why they're telling you, people, buy gold, pay cash, you know, invest in this, invest in that, you know, because credit it's not the way it used to be before. Credit has changed. You know, yeah, you need credit to go get a car, you need credit to go get a house. But like he said, brother just said, man, there's a higher interest, man. So they're making things a lot harder, man. There's a lot of homes and across the nation, man, that mansions, man, houses that, you know, that are worth money, big time money, and freaking they're not even being used. You know what I'm saying? So it's why, because the interest is
Hey, go ahead, caller.
I used to paint houses, and I would go to these big old mansions like you mentioned, and I would be like, well, who lives here? And my boss would be like, it's owned by an investor from China, but nobody lives here, but we're gonna paint it. And I would be like, so an investor from China bought this house, but nobody lives here? And he goes, yeah, but he's gonna email me so we can paint the house. I already got it under control. And I would be like, wow, this is big old house sitting here by itself. And, you know, like there's homeless people out there, you know what I mean? But then again, then it tells me that we got to get our shit together, and we got to be more focused on building credit and doing what we got to do so a lot of us don't become homeless. And then again, and like what I was saying about the interest rate being so high, and you guys saying that they're making it harder. Now they're making it harder, but you got all these investors still buying a bunch of homes.
Okay. But when somebody's investing, that means they have what? Money. You know, not all of us have money. That's the thing. So they're willing. There's people that are investing that are colluding together, and they're monopolying the situation, right? Now these people, you know, they cut it off from now they're going to Boardwalk, you know, straight up, you know, and so they can't go to Boardwalk by themselves no more, you know what I'm saying, unless you're Elon Musk and all these other guys. But now they find out, hey, if I could get you invest in me, we can make this. There's certain people that say, hey, we can all make money from all these people that are out there, and that's what they're doing. There's investors. You could have said it any better. There's people that are multiple investors. We should be investing all of us together in something.
That's a right? Good point, though. That's what they're doing now. Like you said, the rich and the difference is no middle class, rich and poor, because the rich are buying up everything, like you said, at prices, whatever they can pay for it, because like you said, we can't pay for it. You know what I mean? So they're doing that. That's the main part of gentrification. It's not really gentrification. It's just they're buying up everything. Right. And then they come in and do what they want with it and push people out.
Right.
You know what I mean? And like you said, now things are getting higher, and the pay isn't, like, people are still not getting much more money. So what do you want people to do? But they don't care.
They don't, because they got the money in their pocket already, in their bank account, right? So they don't have to fetch or work 10 times.
Have-nots. It's turning into the have and have-nots. And if you have not, they don't give a damn, homie. It's whatever. Like you said, they gonna
I
keep
don't know.
getting richer, and it's sad.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys follow the housing market, how it's getting. Like right now, a lot of people are turning away from buying a home, and they're like, hell no, we're not buying. The interest is too high. They want too much. You know what I mean? And a lot of people are not buying, but these investors are creeping in there and they're buying. So you know what I mean? When the interest rate is high and everything else is high, like you guys said, the eggs, the meat, the chorizo, everything is high. So now we're making it even harder for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Real hard.
that's true right there. That's true. You know, just these people have been in this kind of business for a long time, man. Let me tell you this, man. You know, and what's crazy too, they'll have other people, like I said, other countries invest. China has a bunch of investments in this country, man. Let me tell you something, man. If you guys don't know, and I'm mocking my Asian community, man, I love you guys and so forth, but you know, what's the agenda, man? You know, that's what it is. Why would China come over here and trying to invest in this nation? Why would they have so much investment in the people in their where they're at? Why would they come over here and try to invest over here? What's the whole, you know, controversy over that? There's other people from it's not only China, man. There's people from everywhere that come to this nation and they'll invest so much, man, even as far as sacrifice, put their children in school, educate themselves, man. And they know that there's a higher market over here. That's why, you know, there's more value. There's more value over here than they're at.
You got it right there.
You know, that's just straight up. And why us like the guy, the caller, you know, caller right there, us as people, we're born here and we don't use our systems. You know, we don't go to our colleges. We don't teach our people how to go to college, get an education, and to go there. Yeah, it's cool. We wake up here. Hey, I'm reflecting on myself. I was lazy. I didn't think I had to do that. I thought freaking the 80s, you know, the money was going to be the same. Everything was going to be cool. I didn't know all this stuff was going to happen 10, 20, 30 years later. I thought it was like, man, since I'm born here, I'm going to be lazy. I don't have to go to school, man. I could gang bang, wither my life, and then maybe later on, if I live long enough, get me a nice warehouse job and be cool. It's not the 70s or the 60s the way it used to be. I'll go get a job at the warehouse, and, you know, I'm going to make my money, be a forklift driver, be a manager, be a supervisor. It's all good. But, you know, people coming from other people, they're using our resources, man, and that's what they're doing, because we get one of the highest educations over here in this nation, man, because you got to understand, man, this country, not even 300 years old, and look how much we have expanded. Look how much we made a push forward to be the next nation, and when it comes to world events, when it comes to the economy, when it comes to public schooling and all this so forth, man. But even all that stuff that's happening right now, it's all getting watered down too. It's crazy, man. It's freaking crazy.
Yeah. I was paying for my auto insurance. I was paying like $30 for 3 years.
That's
and like a month ago, I was late on my payment, so they canceled me. Now I got to start over again. But now, due to inflation, instead of 30, they're saying it's gonna be 60 now. And I'm like, oh man, come on, you know what I mean?
Right.
$30 for insurance.
I was paying $30, but then I was a day late and they canceled me. So now I got to start the whole process again. And now they said, no, due to inflation, every car insurance now, it's gone up and now it's 60, bro. And I'm like, oh man, it's double.
Man, that's good though, bro.
I had a problem right now.
$30, that's pretty good though. But yeah, they're gonna say.
Well, it depends, right? Because if you get a car and you have a finance on it through the bank, right? You have to have full auto coverage.
You have to have full.
That's the difference. You have to have full coverage because they're your liability. You know, if something happens, gets stolen, you know, for the car, they want the car 100, almost 99% the same way back. You know, so that's why you have to have even like you said.
I think with car, I think they should really, it should be a lot. I think they should cover, like, like you said, if it's their car, you're buying it. I think they should cover insurance, bro. They want you to have full coverage. They should be able to cover that. I know it's not going to happen, but you know what I mean? I think that's fair. They should, because you know what I mean?
Hey,
once you start paying after your car payment and full coverage, bro, you're paying like a grip. You know what I mean?
Even health insurance has took a turn, man. You know what I'm saying? Health insurance. There's not a lot of companies that are even investing in their own people, man. You know, they just pay you a minimum and they want you to get, you know, out of that minimum, you got to, on top of that, you got gas prices going up, you know, local gas, everything is just on the rise, people. It's just crazy, you know what I mean?
Every time I go to the market, the grocery store, every week, this prices went up. I'm like, hold up, man, hold on now.
You know, and then we want to talk about world events. Well, it rained too much, or it didn't rain enough. You know what I mean? Or this, we don't have enough water. Well, there's not enough this. Man, let me tell you something, man. God or Mother Earth is going to provide all the resources and everything that we need, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad Monica said that, and like you said, they were talking about this on Conversations this weekend. We got to start seeking ways and speaking about and educating and just our people on how to just do better, work with what we have, make small investments, accounts, put stuff aside, you know what I mean? Just start investing in ourselves and saving up and trying to do better, because that's the only way it's going to happen. We got to figure out a way to do it ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we gotta educate each other on these, like he was saying about the 80s and the 70s or even the 90s, that we didn't know that these tech companies or these apps that we're using nowadays, that they were gonna be a great thing for some people to become millionaires, trillionaires, but for the rest of us that are not using those instruments that the government provided for us, and we're staying behind, we're going to be left out there homeless. So we got to get on the program too and be like, oh shit, I got to be at least an Uber driver, go make me some money. I got to use these apps that they're providing for us and these tools that they're giving us, so we make the best out of them too and educate whoever don't know how to use them, the old school people that don't even know how to put an application online or send an email or Gmail or have a Gmail, how to use these tools too, because those are the people that are going to stay behind, because I was one of those people too. You know what I mean?
Right. Back then, you used to work. You sometimes, you had to work 2 jobs. You know what I mean, to live good, real good. You know, when nothing was wrong with that. You know, because people like to work. I ain't saying we don't, but now these days, they say you have to have 7 resources of income just to make it just, real cool. 7 times whatever we used to, plus the 1 job we have.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So it's like almost imperative, almost like you have to.
Impossible, you're stressing out people, man. You know what I'm saying? And you wonder why psychologically people are stressed to freak out. I mean, it just seems like, is that the way our federal government wants to be? Is that the way our federal government is trying to put the fear in the narrative to depend on them? Is that the way our future is going to, behold, and it's taking place? COVID, they already threw COVID in. I never thought, me being 46 years plus years, thank you, God, I have seen so many things that I thought I'd never see in my life before. This COVID one time, for this one time, man, was crazy, man. And it took everything to a loop, Back, I think the last major freaking disease or infection or whatever that was taking place was the Spanish flu, right, in 1900s, killed a lot of people and so forth. This one came out. But there's even other things that, like I said, it goes back to our government. I found out how it started like that, with the Johan thing and over there in China, right? They're saying that, that there's resources. You got governments that are working together. Now, how many of us think that, that the government, governments, they work together for a reason, man? Let me tell you something, man. They make a plot, they make a deal. We found out that, Johan, United States is kind of involved with, but some people are smart. They know how to dictate and narrate, certain things. We won't do that this discovery or make that thing over here. We'll go send it and try to explore and discover something in another nation. And for some reason, the ball just slipped. You know what I'm saying? And now everybody got infected. I mean, I got infected. You know what I'm saying? And what happened, man? People were dropping like flies, man. A lot of people have passed, and the narrative and the agenda, and that's what I'm saying. It comes from the top. People are knowing what they're doing. They want to say it's population control. It's population control. So they want to attack all the youth, and they want to take all the elderly to eliminate. What are they trying to eliminate? Why wouldn't they just let us live and be, live our lives normally? But there's so many of the top officials, man, they're so freaking greedy. That's all they could think of, man, is they want to be their own freaking God and their own freaking
greed. That's government. What I said earlier. Greed is a big thing, bro. Greed.
I mean, it's biblical, man. People are going to be lovers. The Bible says people are going to be lovers of themselves and lovers of money, man. You know what I'm saying? The money is not the root of all evil. It's the people behind it. People using that money and have that agenda.
Or they're going to be lovers of robots. My neighbor's got a female robot right now. And I'm like, is that your lady? He goes, no, that's my robot. I could talk to her. She could tell me my temperature. She could tell me if I'm in love with her. I could ask her anything and she'll respond back. I'm like, you're kidding me, bro. He goes, no, for reals. You want to meet her? I'm a hell no. You know what I mean? And like you were saying that they're going to replace us with all these robots, even like all these people that used to work in the field, like all the Mexican people, much less people that work hard. Now they have a tractor that they made because a lot of people didn't have enough people to go work it out in the fields. So they made a tractor that they don't need people working in the fields no more. And like he was saying about the supermarkets and even the people that drive the semis are going to be self-driving semis now.
That's
true. Tesla goes by itself.
Yeah, that's in the work. Artificial intelligence. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They're trying to eliminate all human labor. For what reason? What are us humans are supposed to do? There's like 3 billion, 4 billion people on this earth. And you're going to tell me you're going to make 4 billion robots, 4 billion trucks. That's true. It's artificial intelligence that's taking place. So when all that takes place in our near future, because it's coming, right? The robots, they don't got to eat. Robots, you make it electronically. They don't got to need fuel. If you're taking fossil fuel, you're going green and so forth. They don't need all that. All they need is a charger. Right, us people, we charge by fuel, sleep, and humanistic things, but the robots, it doesn't, So I could see that very happening in the near future, all across the world, man, because transportation and delegating, how you say where we share each other's supplies and so forth, man, is that that's what's coming up in the near future, man. To tell you the truth, man, it's a kind of scary thing, like I said, they trying to make humans as robots themselves, man. That's why that whole chip agenda is all there, that's why it's all there taking place. Everything's all population control.
Population control. I believe everything's gonna be robots, bro, and everything's gonna be apps, and everything's gonna be shopping from your phone like Amazon, bro, and that's my belief, bro. And I'll call next Monday, bro. And it was nice talking to you guys, but I gotta check out, bro. Nice conversation. But right now I gotta pick a robot up, bro, because she asked me for a ride, and I gotta take her home.
Hey man,
that's cool, man.
El Pablo, is this El Pablo?
No, this is Danny. If you guys don't mind me calling, bro, and if I'm doing your live, let me know too, bro. You know what I mean?
No, Danny. Hey, man, we appreciate the call. Bro. You could call anytime, man. And as long as you keep it respectful and you talk about staying in the discussion, it's all good, brother. You have a good, blessed night, my man.
You guys too, bro. Jesus Christ, all the way, bro. Thank you.
Respect, homie. Peace and love. Okay. Yeah, shout out to the homie, man. Thanks for the call. Anyone else, you're welcome to call in too. The number is right there, 213-444-6764. Big D, keeping it real, G-Lew. Let's talk about it on a Monday night. We're talking about world topics,
world events, man. From our nation to yours, because this is whatever happens here is going to happen all across the world. I'll tell you that.
From the land to Japan, baby.
Straight up. So my next one I wanted to talk about is I'm going to show a clipping right here on my phone. I'm going to put it on the screen, and I want you guys to check this out. And this is what happened. I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of this, but I want you guys to pay attention real quick. Turn up your volumes, and let me see what you guys think about this. So when you guys are ready, Pops, let me know, and I'll throw it out there.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. So let me see if you guys can see this. Here, let me hit this.
My back over my hips as I asked if we should take our clothes off. And he's saying yes before I finish my sentence. He's pulling off my t-shirt, laughing when I can't undo his shirt buttons. He's undoing my belt. I'm reaching into his bedside drawer for a condom. We're kissing. Again, we're rolling over. Obviously, you can see where this is going. I don't know if it's because we're feeling especially emotional or just tired. Or this past couple of weeks have been too much. But this reminds me so much of the first time we had sex. We were both terrified. And the whole thing was kind of terrible. We didn't know what we were doing. But it was good too. So good. Because we were a mess of emotions. And we were scared and excited and everything felt new. So this sort of feels like that. Nick touches me like he's scared at that any minute. Now, this book was at my middle school and it was on a stand. When I rented it out to show my dad it, the librarian asked if I wanted more and if I wanted a graphic novel version.
There's not another example needed in our nation to show you the wickedness and the level of aggression that's coming after our kids. The question is, when are pastors and people who name the name of Christ and good folks going to finally stand up and be aggressive in mass, including the men in their own communities, to stop this bull.
All right, there it is. So basically, if you guys didn't see that, it was a little child, right? Say a young kid. You know, we go to our local libraries, and for some reason they gave it to him. You know, they pushed the narrative, giving it to him and showing him about, you know, sexual exploitation. And this is just a book, people. And like I said, this is somewhere across our nation. Doesn't mean you have to be from California or wherever you're at. You know, the narrative is that they're trying to, you know, if that ain't some kind of molestation within its own taking place, without taking place, I mean, what kind is that? That should be unconsiderable, man. That is very, like, that's very perverted, to tell you the truth, man. Very disgusting. Now, if you want to you know what I mean, what should I say? Same sex marriage, that's cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, I love my LGBT community too. They're people too. But when they start hitting our children in our schools and putting books and videos, you remember the kids, the librarian said, hey, you don't need the book, I'll give you a video. You know what I'm saying? That's freaking child pornography to me. I don't know how you guys feel about that. That's very disgusting, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they at least let the children reach their freaking level of adulthood, which is 18 years old. Why does a child have to go at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and they're teaching children how to embrace homosexuality? Now, if you guys saw it, if you guys got the clips of it, there were, you know, the books discusses, oh, I was nervous. He was touching me here, but I thought it was unusual, but it was okay because I felt good. You know, it's just like, who in the heck freaking wrote that book? And then again, who in the heck thinks it's okay to put that out there in the bookshelves, man? Now, if you put that in a college or a junior college, that's understandable, you know. But now that you're freaking putting your children are innocent. Now you're embracing pornography, children pornography. Now you're embracing molestation. Now you're embracing, you know, we wonder why our society and our communities are homeless, because, you know, the psychologically, the things that they endure, because now we're teaching them in school when we think school's supposed to be protective, when we're supposed to be learning about ABCs and 1, 2, 3. It's not about freaking, hey, if I kiss the same man, or if I let a man kiss me as a young man, it's okay. It might hurt in my rear end, but it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And we wonder why, you know, we grow up and, you know, we're fondling other kids and we're doing all this. And, you know, think about if it's a little girl, man, it's okay for a man, for a little elementary kid to put it, you know, it's just disgusting, people. And like I said, man, you know, and this is where we're going. And other people are looking at this nation, and this kind of stuff, it goes around, you know, and they're looking at us and say, like, man, you know, there's a Cracker Barrel over there, you know what I'm saying? And these are the things, like I said, if you're not paying attention, it's in your own communities, it's your own local school districts, and your own stuff. And now they got drag queens, you know, oh, they're at the libraries. Why would they want to be at the libraries? You know why? Because human people, they read. You know, that's how we educate ourselves, you know. Yes, that's how they're doing. Pablo, they're programming their young minds, man, to be like, hey, it's okay to get raped. It's okay to get molested. It's okay to be violated. I mean, come on, people. I mean, come on, man. If you guys ain't listening, man, you know, give a thumbs down, man. If you guys are listening, give a thumbs up, man. We need to share this kind of stuff. This kind of stuff has to be exploited, you know, and it's just, to me, it's just disgusting. And I couldn't believe that. If somebody back in the days, if my daughter would have came home with a checkbook and say, hey, Dad, look at this book, you know what I mean? What is this? You know, is it okay for my cousin Henry to freaking touch me down there? You know, because in reality, it does happen, people. And the people, and these people that go through the certain thing, they're victims. You know, they don't go up and say, hey, it was cool, man. I have a great life, you know, even though, you know, my Uncle Harry over there, you know what I mean, molested me. Hey, it's all gravy. You know, it's all good. You know, don't worry about it. Hey, man, because you know why? Most likely it's going to happen to, you know, this person did it, and they're going to do it to somebody else. And then it keeps going. It's a generational thing, right? And, you know, hey, he did it to me. Hey, my family member did it to me. You know, can I do it to you? You know, and then we wonder why, you know, people, we look at, you know, pornography and everything else that's taking place. And, you know, it's a crazy world that we're living in right now, man. You know, and then, you know, people, you know, yeah, they need psychiatrists defending the pedophiles and disorders. Is a DSM where it will be normalized and protected. Are we going to bring that up? Exactly. Shooters, straight shooters. Is that what's going to happen there? So now that we have a life thing, you know, You know, I'm not. I gotta be careful what we say on here. You know, because we're not discriminating or not trying to put anything down. You know, I still think that a woman has a right to choose within her own body and stuff. So, but you know, educate yourself because it's still to me is murder. But now, are they going to take this kind of propaganda to the federal government? Go over there. Hey, well, we're talking. We're teaching our kids. We're teaching our kids, man. Our young kids, not even youth, man. And let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something, people. Okay, I'm gonna get a little spiritual on here if you guys don't mind. See, the devil, man, you know, he's not looking for us adults. Let me tell you that. Us adults, we already been there 18. He already got control of us, killed us, tried to take us out. He already manipulated us. We're never gonna be young again, okay? So he's always going back to the young, to the youth. He's always attacking the youth. It happens in the household first. My dad was a gang member. I was a gang member, right? You know, my mother, she used to go out and party all the time. I used to party all the time. Don't you not see? We see what our parents or those who are overseeing us, we see what they see. Sometimes it's a disgusting situation. You know, I have friends that were, you know, both parents were methamphetamine out. We walk in and then guess what? We started doing methamphetamine because they thought it was a thing to do. So now they're going back to say like, oh, well, if child pornography and molestation is cool, then the next young generation is going to pick it up too, because but when we get older, we're crying, we're convicted, we feel ashamed, you know, we're disgusted. It's implemented in us like it's like that chip that we keep talking about. It's already programmed. And how do you get somebody out of that? And then we wonder why. There's a lot of reasons why people are homeless, man. It has a lot to do with psychologically, you know, because of stuff that's happened in the home, people. And this is happening all over the world. I mean, it happens all over the earth. As disgusting as it sounds, it happens. Molestation happens all over the world, right? It just does, man. I hate to say it, you know. But when we're putting it out there like it's okay in the public schools, that's news alert to me, man. I was just like, this is disgusting, man. I just couldn't picture that happening, you know, to our young, innocent people that we're there to protect. There's a lot of things that are changing. Not even marriage's value, you know. That's why a man and a woman are created not only to have kids, but to raise their kids and to protect them so they wouldn't experience this kind of stuff. But then again, it happens in the household too. So who can say what's right and wrong unless it's exploit like that? And we want to teach our kids to be like that. And to say it's okay, that's a no-brainer with me, man. So I thought I'd just bring that up, you know, to you guys and let you know that they're already, it's in our school system, people. And if you have young ones, man, and if you have young children, right now is a little scary time to, you know, to have kids, to tell you the truth, in my opinion, because there's all kinds of things that are taking place in this world where people are just trying to get their own satisfaction and gratification to make them feel good for a 15 minute, you know, whatever. I don't know. I'm not one of those persons, man, but that's just some crazy stuff with me, man. If you guys check that out, man, you know, just make sure you guys throw, you know, if you guys see it, come across it, man, you know, I hope you guys would most likely disagree with it. As human beings, we know it's wrong. You know, what's wrong is wrong, and what's right is right. So I thought I'd shed a little light on that and just say, hey, man, this is where we're at today, people. It's coming to a school near you. I hate to say it. They already have drag queens doing it, man. So now that a kid could go rent out a book, because when I was a kid, I actually went rent, you know, we used to go back. You know, I remember I used to have fun going to the library.
Do you watch Fox News, Big D?
Huh?
They said, do you watch Fox News?
CNN, Fox, all that. You know what I mean? I got all that, man. You know, it's just and other stuff that is anything that has to do with news, man.
Right.
We got to be shedding light that's out there, man, and we got to be showing, you know, because a lot of people we're not paying attention. We're already concerned and worried about how we're going to pay our bills. You know we're not really watching the news, and so a lot of people, the news have also twisted. They have their own narrative too, depending what you're watching, man. It's just crazy. You don't know who's telling the truth or who's lying. You know what I'm saying? We're just telling you on here, just hey, this is what's taking place. You guys got to be the judgment of that. You guys are in control of your own life or in control of what's ever happening in your household, man. That's just some straight up stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at.
Man.
You know this, man. So if you guys feel that one, just keep an eye on it. I just thought I'd just address that one and some crazy stuff. We'll go on to another, man. This is my last one I'll go on to because, you know, like I said, you know, if you guys want this channel to be a news alert too, well, I suggest you guys like, subscribe, and share this with another person, man, and another, and another, and another. You know what I'm saying? Because we're about to grow, and we're about to let you know. All right. Now, everybody, I remember when the war with Ukraine and Russia started. It was a big deal. There was a lot of YouTube channels that were on there talking about, everybody wants to jump on the hottest topic, right? We already know that it's been a year later, okay? Now, everybody thought, or a lot of expectations were that Russia was going to dominate Ukraine like in 3 weeks, right? Pulverize them, nuclearize them, do whatever they had to do to takerize them. You know what I'm saying? It's all about territory, right? And what is it? What is it for us, right? We got involved, okay? And now a year later, we're like, when you're deep into something, it's hard to get out. Let me just tell you that, right? There's some players. There's some big players out there that are, trying to, check it out. Like I said, with China, right? Everybody knows. Oh, I'm gonna do a little Kamala Harrison, our vice president. Did you guys see the balloons flying all over? Did you guys see the balloons? Oh, the balloons, the balloons. Now we finding out that these balloons had a purpose, right? Because ain't nobody gonna send some spy stuff over our nation, man, to just to collect to see what Disneyland is doing and so forth, right? No, they got an agenda out there, people. And like I said, man, what's crazy is that everybody's talking. Is this World War III? Has World War III already started? Population control, crazy diseases coming out trying to take out people. Our country acting a certain type of way, man, how we treat our children, raising our youth and the next generation. I mean, it's just crazy, man. This country comes out, you hear a lot of bad things, right? The Bidens, where the son was talking to one of the oligarchs in Ukraine. Now they're going to drop a dime on him. They come over here asking for a certain amount of money. Now, this is a topic where I'm trying to get at. This country, Ukraine, asking for billions of dollars, right? What they mean by that, by weapons, supplies, and so forth. How in the heck are we supplying other countries when we can't even help out our freaking homeless people, right? I mean, that is some crazy stuff, man. And that's just one thing, right? Homelessness, our elderly, our youth. And there's so many things where we could put our taxpayer billions of dollars, help alleviate, my pain. Government, how federal government, help alleviate, put the gas price down, man, put the eggs down, help me with my milk prices, help me with my gas, help me with my rent. I ain't freaking you, man. It's just crazy, right? Because who's in charge is freaking, sometimes I feel like they're oligarchs ourselves, man, with our president, vice president. We are the people, us as human beings, as American citizens should be our right honor. We should be entitled to everything that they're giving out. We should be able to take it here first. And I'm not talking about welfare or, these other, programs that to help us out. That should be given already, right? I'm talking about, instead of investing in other nations and other places, we should be putting our money back where it belongs in us. I pay for that. I worked 20 years. I worked 5 months or so forth. We should be able to help our own local community. Now, I have no problem with helping other countries, but we shouldn't be investing more within them when we should be more investing with our own communities and our own house and our own people. Whether you're Black, Asian, if you're an American citizen, they should be helping us here first. There should be resorts, and we should have an answer. And there should be a conclusion in a place where we could go and feel happy amongst being proudful American citizens while we're trying to help the rest of the world. I got no problem with that. Again, that's what Trump was trying to say, is that every other country needs to pay too. We give 50 tanks, they give 10 tanks. We give 100 planes, they give 10 planes. We give them $10 billion, they'll give them 1,000. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it's at. Like, how does that work? Like I said, I have no problem helping these people over there because they should be protected. There should be no war, And let me ask you this. Now, if I was a Russian, shout out to my Russian people, and I had the whole alliance, right, NATO, right at my door, knocking, doing drills and so forth, right? It's just like, wouldn't you feel a little threatened? Wouldn't you feel a little intrigued and a little bit like, hey, man, what are you guys doing right here? What are you guys on my border? Wouldn't you feel a little bit disrespected? Wouldn't you feel a little bit intense? Wouldn't you be like, hey, what are these people doing right here? So if it was me, I would freaking go out there too and be like, man, I want to put all these freaking my military, and I want to do military drills too. right on that on my border, right? It would be like Mexico doing all kinds of drills over here, or Canada, right? You know, in between the United States. I mean, thank God there's only 2 countries that are in between our border. Not like Europe; they got so many countries within their borders. Crazy out there. Shout out to Europe. I've been there. It's a beautiful place. It's crazy, but I would be very concerned too, right? I would be very concerned. When we had, remember when Mr. Kennedy, when the Russians were up there and they were putting missiles over there in Cuba and so forth, did we like it? Were we accepted to it? You know, they were building Fidel Castro. They were trying to, it's the same thing how the Russians are over here going to Venezuela and all these other South American countries, and they have a coalition with them, and you know, they have a friendship with them. We don't like it because we don't want nobody at our doorstep. See, war makes money, people, and let me tell you that, right? It's manufacturing, right? We saw it from World War II, man. That was probably, they say that's probably the best generation that there was, right? We brought in money, our economy started booming, everything was going up. You know, our civilization was great. You know, America came back. You know, we fought a war that wasn't even, you know, started because of us. We were just there to liberate people. I have no problem with that. There's no problem with helping another brother, you know, from another mother. You know, shouldn't be no recollection. That's what we're here for, right? To help somebody when in dire need. And like I said, now it's kind of hard, you know, because NATO's over there in Russia's front door, kind of gets them nervous, I would think, right? But then again, you got people that you got people with an iron fist like Vladimir Putin, man. You know, this guy, I think his mindset's not there. He's panicking. He probably knows something that we don't know. You know, all these countries, they socialize. Let me tell you that. You know, they share their information. You know, China probably goes tells Russia one thing. You know, Poland goes tells United States another thing. You know, and everybody's in cahoots, man. And what's crazy is that we're seeing it every day. Now people are talking about nuclear war, man, right? You know, because let me tell you something, man. God forbid any of that during my time, man. I hope I don't see that, man. I really don't, man. Because even in certain parts of the Bible, it talks about that, but we're not going to get into that because I don't even think you guys are ready. Most of us, you know what I'm saying? Now, if God forbid that happens, man, where do we go as a whole world? That's what we should be focusing on as a whole world community, not just as a United States community or so forth, LA community or so forth. No, we gotta really make sure, man, because if you have kids and if you have children, man, it's a scary time. I don't want to say scary. I don't want to use the word scary. I want to use the word alert. It's time to be alert. You know, whatever's taking place, you know, because there's so much things that are taking place across this world. There's so many things that are happening. There's a lot of things that are not being discussed. You know, I don't watch TV every day to say, hey, who's right and who's wrong. I'm just getting my own information and evaluating it and trying to just put it together. I put it together. I sit down, me and my wife discuss it. You know, we talk about it. And, you know, we be about it when we put the Bible in there. You're like, man, well, the Bible says this, babe. Well, the Bible says that. Well, this says that. It's starting to be more evident in our lives. And I pray to God it don't happen within our time. And I hope that they'll find some stability amongst, you know, all people, man, because war is a bunch of tragedy, man. I have experiences in war on the streets, and just to see people dying and killing, you know, it's just crazy, man. And just there's no wins or there's no winning from war. Nothing comes out of that, man. Now, do I believe that Putin's trying to take over and he's trying to deprive? I mean, trying to reconnect everything that Russia has lost, the stability and the foundation. They want to take the motherland back. That's what they're saying. That's his narrative. Look at China. What's China's objective? You know, China's trying to spy over here. You know, for what's their narrative? You know, what are they trying to do? You know, what do they want from us? What are they trying to learn? You know, and why are they picking on other people? Why would they go over there to Taiwan? That's like their own people, isn't it? They say it's their own people. They're ready to war and attack them. You know, it's just crazy on all these events, people that are taking place, man. And it has to do with us. You know, if we live here, if they send a nuke to California, guess what? Half of us are going to be, you know, dust, man. It's just, you know, I don't want to see something falling from the sky. And hey, you know, it's just crazy, people. It's just crazy, man. So, you know, let us know how you feel, man. You know, get back at us, man. If you guys want to call in, there ain't nothing with you guys participating. You guys been on the chat, leaving some good comments. I see them, you know, and let's talk about it. That's what we do on this side of the block. You know what I'm saying?
Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it.
Wait, read on some of those comments right there. I can't see.
Okay, let me see. Let me see. I mean, there's been a lot of good comments tonight, bro. I don't know if you've been seeing them, but let me see. This is the latest from Monica. We cannot act like it's not happening. We cannot get caught off guard. Exactly.
I mean, it just comes down to that, people. You know, it's just if the United States and other countries are saying they're preparing for war, what does that tell you? You know, you don't think we're not going to be involved. You don't think that we got to be on our watch right now, man. You know, it's just. There's something, like I said, the little small things that I experience about war, man. I was always on the watch, you know. You always want to know what's going on. You always want to know what's taking place, man. Even when it comes down, like, besides the war, you know, what's happening within our schools these days. You know, I never heard of that, you know, back in the days where they were exploiting children, you know, to grow up and to think that it's okay to be violated and touched. I didn't know that freaking gas prices, you know, are not only through our vehicles, man, that, you know, even freaking just to have simple heat, you know, to cook and all that the prices will be crazy. It's just like every decade is just something different, but it has nothing to do with the decades. It has to do with the people, you know, straight up, man. It's nothing but the people that we have in offense and those who are leading us and guiding us supposedly to a better direction. And it's just, that's why I'm saying everything's going to conclude to one world order. I hate to say it, people, man, because they're going to be smart enough and that's what they're trying to do right now, is trying to just, you know what I mean, segregate and manipulate and say, hey, you know what, this is taking place.
What up, Javier?
The United States has been in constant war since its foundation. Defense contracts make bank off war. Yeah, that's very true. You know, and like I said, war makes money. You know, and so for some for the good and some for the bad, you know. I mean, you have to defend yourself no matter what. We're a sovereign nation, you know what I'm saying? So we would not let anybody come over to the protection of our, you know, people. That's what it is, you know. But it's okay when the British came over here and you know, did their thing, you know, how they try to eliminate all our, you know, the Indians and so forth and stuff like that. And then we became a nation and we concluded it, to tell you the truth. We finished the job, did I say? You know, so nobody ever wins from war, man. It's just an objective. You know, it's a narrative. They have a motive and a narrative, man. Like, you know, back then, you know, they say the four founders, they wanted to reach across to the other side. They saw, hey, we control both sides of the land. That's how smart they were. We control the Pacific Ocean and the Atlantic, man. We have our own country. Nobody F's with us. We'll make a border and bam, here's the United States. And it just happened from that. And they're going to do everything it takes to protect their country. And we're, like they say, we're a bunch of ants. That's all we are, right? We're just a bunch of ants, you know, trying to make somebody else richer, and you know, and they manipulated our minds, man. If they want us to go to war, we'll go to war. If somebody comes over here and tries to invade us, we're gonna go to war. That's just what it is, you know. It's just a lot of people say, if you go to war because you're asking for it or you did something wrong, man. Nobody does. Come on, man. Nobody does off war. Yeah, it could be concluded, yeah, but sometimes we have our business. We have no business in being other people's business, to tell you the truth, right? That's what I say. We shouldn't be involved in certain things unless it's for a good deed, man. Just crazy times right now, people. Crazy times, man. You got to be up to game. Who that?
Got to stay on point. Denise, okay, yeah. Shout out to the homie Incredible Javier. Make sure you follow him if you haven't already. This is not to live in fear. It's to pray so things can change. Yeah.
Right.
Trying to check some of these comments. Anybody else, like I said, comment, or if you want to call in, that's a number right there. We'll leave that up for a few more minutes. You know, or comment, whatever. Let your voice be heard. You know, let's talk about it. This is what this platform is about. That's why it's called Let's Talk About It.
That's right. World events, man, the cause and effects, you know, there's cause and effects, you know, and since we're here, you know, we gotta, you know, not only just think about it, you know, it's not this show's not talk about think about it, talk about it.
Let's talk about it, man. Look, man.
Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk about it.
Yeah, talk
Hey, we
about
could
it.
talk about your 19,000 subscribers, Big Dog. How do you feel, homeboy?
And that doesn't really mean the numbers don't really mean I want the impact when I feel that we're starting to impact more people or our voices are getting heard more about what we're trying to do and we're making a real impact. That's when I feel the love and I'll be happy. You know what I mean? I'm of course I'm happy. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm ready for the impact because of course me, I'm not in it for the money. I'm not on here. I don't ask for chat suit, all that, whatever someone gives, I appreciate it. But I'm here for the impact, homie, and to really try to make. I don't know if any difference, but try to just make an impact. You know what I mean on somebody. So this all what we're doing is for a purpose.
Trying to spread light.
We're gone. This will still be here.
Trying to shed a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah.
Talk about certain,
keep it real, like your name, keeping it real.
Talk about
really keeping it real.
Talk about.
Don't have time to play around anymore. You know what I mean? Everything is real, homie.
Everything has to do, like I said, everything's coming to an end when it comes to digital and so forth, man. Like the caller said, man, they're making artificial intelligence, and it's true, man. Like there ain't gonna be no truck drivers, man. They're trying to eliminate everything that has to do with the human assumption, So where does that put us at? Are they gonna try to put us in a box? Are they gonna try to put us in a corner? Like I said, I got out some other stuff. I'll probably put it on my channel and come out there and about all these concentration camps or these little camps that they have around the nation that's been there for years. They said during the end of Bush years to the Biden years, even to the Trump years, and how many people even talk about certain topics like that. It could be us one day. See, what it is that people are in denial in so many senses that they don't even look at the news because they say it's a bunch of garbage. They say, Trump says it all the time, brother, fake news, man, fake news. But, what about if somebody's really like us right here, we'll stay and we're trying to, shed a little light. And, people don't even are aware of what's happening because obviously, right here, the beautiful people that were on and it seems like a lot of people knew what was taking place, man. And, so there is awareness and there is knowledge that people are attracting, keeping track, but it seems like also too that people are having a hard time to figure it out. A lot of times people figure it out, right? When you figure out something, it can stall you, man. But you got to do your own investigation. You have to, purposely, take accountable and take some time and see what's going on. Whether CNN is telling the truth or Fox News is lying. It's just like because. Everybody has a different narrative. Home Depot ain't going to be selling the same topics as freaking Lowe's. McDonald's is not going to sell the same things as Burger King is. There's always, you're going to get different narratives from.
I learned that through those channels, though, through those news networks. Like they all have their own. They push the news, but they still low key have their own agendas, though, homie.
They do. One's for some certain, party, political party. One's for another political party. So it's just like hard, because like who are you supposed to pick? Who are you supposed to choose? They do not make it any easier than what it is, and that's why people are disgusted with politics. People don't even want to hear the news. But when you get, when crap happens, why does it freaking, I mean, when COVID came out, that's where I learned it from the news.
We still need to see news, just like everything else is corrupted in so many ways and different. Just like policing is corrupted, but guess what? We still need police, though, right?
Right.
Gotta have police, same way as politics and all these other things that corrupted, but we still need them, to keep things in place. So just what it is,
Right. It's not designed. It's not designed to be, all perfect. It wasn't designed to. It's just people's opinion. Just like we come out here and how we talk about certain things, and you guys leave what you guys want to take. And it's just. We ain't saying that we're right and know it. I'll be the first one to say, hey, I don't know everything. That's why I come out here and I educate myself and try to know a little bit knowledge of what we're saying and what we're doing through our past experiences or what we've seen or what we heard or what we've done. And world events, they're still always thinking things are always happening. People didn't know nothing. We wouldn't know nothing about Syria having a major earthquake, unless it was broadcast to us, right? We wouldn't know there was a war on Russia.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's the good part of the news and the needed part of the news.
Needed part of the
things that's going on that help us like you said, state to state, or different people know over here what's going on over here because of the news. Same with radio. It's always going to be needed, even though we don't listen to the radio like we used to. The radio is still needed. We can go on and cut our car on and get the radio. We can know what's going on. Period.
Telegramming was a way of networking and spreading news and all that stuff, right? And then it went to radio.
Yeah.
You know? And then it went to radio, and then they made the TV, and then they made all the everything else. And now
really communication, really more so than anything.
Right. And look how far now. Look where we're at. Now we use this kind of platform. We use a computer, you know, with the network to let other people know. So, like you said, it's always been there. But how people conduct themselves and display their what the topics are or whatever they're, you know, I mean, they're trying to expose and so forth it's come a long way. There's so many ways to network that people have their own narrative how they do it, man. That's the tricky part. So it makes it a little harder for us to see, well, who's telling the truth or who's lying or who's this and who's that. It's just crazy, man. It's just some trippy times, man. Some trippy times. That's how far we have gone.
That's turned into, even like you said, this what we have now, where even YouTube, you know, everyone can have a channel, but you still don't know who's telling truth and who's telling, you know, what narratives and whatever, because it's all the same thing now too. YouTube
it's crazy, you know
what I'm saying? So it's all one, you know. So it's up to you to differentiate. And it's up to you to keep it real. You know what I mean? It starts with you. Like I said last week, it starts with you. Before you point a finger, look at yourself and see what you could do better. You know what I mean? To make a difference in whatever's going on. Because, you know, that's what it takes. It takes everyone to make to get involved, right? You know what I mean? To do better. They got
people, like I said, they come out here and they'll be like, I didn't know that was happening. I didn't know that was taking place. I didn't know the gas prices were coming up. I didn't know that this was taking place. It's just crazy. There's a lot of people that don't know, you know, and it's just they stay away from that narrative. You know, they rather, you know, what did they say? I rather not know. I'd rather not know than to know, because when it happens, you know, I didn't know it was going to take place. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I want to see it coming, to tell you the truth.
I mean, you just in the way. You in the way. You know what I mean?
I'd rather know, people. Let me tell you, it's just this the way it's displayed and discussed is just two different ways. You know, that every other, they're trying to get to the same topic, but they're displaying it in their way of how they're doing it. You know, like I said, Lowe's might say it different from Home Depot, right? Wendy's is going to stay different from In-N-Out. You know, there's always two or three. That's just the way it is, man. And that's why people get disgusted. You know, I don't like my father's side, the way they talk about them, my mother's side. You know, it's just like, it's just the way. It's just crazy. Big D is my newscaster.
They said you are a newscaster.
Oh man, right here we try to keep up to date, man. You know, and follow the tracks and you know, even that.
From 5 minutes premium locals, Westside Weed here.
Oh man, that was a little news back then. I was letting you know where I was from and what my name was and what I was doing. I was acting like a fool. And now, after 20-something years later, it's just crazy, man. Just little stuff like that, you know, it could have an impact in other people's life, or, you know, even change, you know, in their narrative, man. You know, because it's just crazy. Sometimes when it's not something we can control, leave it to God. And if the bomb is dropped, don't worry, we'll be going, you know. Yeah, that's.
I look, House. Like I wanted to say that earlier too. A lot of this stuff, like we're talking about spaceships and and all this, right? I don't have no control over it, man. I don't have a dog in the fight. You know what I mean? I can control what's in my immediate areas and my people and all that to the best I can. But all this other stuff, I have no control over. I leave that in God's hands, homie. That's why I don't wake up in fear of anything, man. Especially things out of my control. And out of things I can't do anything about, you know, I leave that in God's hands and I just walk my walk, homie. So all that other stuff I can't do anything about. Hey, I ain't afraid. I'm ready to go. That's why we got to get ourselves together down here and get our spirit right and get ourselves right with God or whoever your higher power is. So when it is time to go, because we all got to go, you know what I mean? So when it is time to go, you're ready to go.
Right.
You know, I ain't afraid to go. So do that part. Don't worry about the nuclear bombs and all that you can't do anything about. Worry about your soul, homie. Get that right. So you ready to go and take that long ride.
What up, Child? What's going on, Child?
Child, what up, homie? What's up? That's my boy. That's my bro right there.
That's my brother.
My boy Mike Ortiz. That's my bro right there.
That's right. My brother-in-law right there, baby. And that's the thing too. That's why people get disgusted, man. You know, because they can't tell the truth from a lie. They don't want to adapt to the news, man. They rather just, hey, I'll keep it. I'll take it as it comes, man. You know, that's the way it is sometimes. You know, we try to take it as it comes, but it's just like I said, I'd rather see it coming than not coming. So, you know, I try to keep myself up to date with the hot topics across the world. You know, for all of us that say that we don't watch the news, that's a damn lie. Then you stop lying. You know, you watch it. You're watching it right now, man. We're updating you on information you probably didn't know. You know, so. But
Thank you.
you got you know, just like I seen a comment earlier, like Cholo said,
WWN, the Whittier Worldwide News Channel.
Whittier Worldwide News, man, that's crazy. You know?
My name is D-Man from 5 Minutes Pee-wee Locals, Westside Whittier.
Hey, but I'll take it there, man. Let me tell you something, man. We'll take it. I'll take you over there, man. Like I said, I've been across the other side of the world a few places, one time. But it was like I was there the whole time. It's crazy when you go to other places, you feel like you've been there before. Like you feel like, oh man, this is just like home, man. You know, it's nothing new. You got people on the other same that, you know, you got black people, you got, you know, white people, mixed people. It's just different cultures, man, different race, different. And everybody's just trying to dab and real honesty, everybody's just trying to work and just, you know, socialize, man, and try to have a good community. But when you have people like, see, we're so scared of the past, man, and the past views and the mistakes that it continues to come over and we keep repeating ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We keep repeating the bull crap. You know, it's just like after World War I, we should have been like, "Damn, can we just get along?" And then World War II came along. "Man, can we just get along?" Then now everybody's saying we're just on the merge of World War III, man. It's just like you said, Pop said, "Hey, if it happens, it happens."
You said, I hope I ain't here for that. I know it's gonna, man. This world is gonna do a whole lot of stuff that we're not even gonna be ready for. I just, you know, my time will be past already. You know what I mean? You know, so it is what it is, bro. Like I said earlier, though, I leave all that in God's hands. I mean, I just walk my own walk and worry about what I need to. All the other stuff, we're gonna stay aware. You know, I'm gonna watch the news like you and watch what's going on. But hey, all that stuff, I ain't got no control over. They throw a nuclear bomb over here, man, and it happened to, you know, I happen to be in the vicinity of it. Just like when I fly on a plane, bro, I fly so much, I don't even worry. Like people be scared of. I don't even worry about it. You know, you took a.
But that's what they do. That's what they do. There's a flying balloon over. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They want you to be fearful.
Yeah.
You know, they want you to. So I rather take the knowledge and trying to know what's going on than for people trying to perpetrate fear in me.
Right.
No, it's just
so
like
you should have either one. Fear. You can't have fear. You know what I mean? Like you said, because that's what fear is, just a tactic used against you. You know what I mean? You got to reverse that. There is no fear. You know, so it's reverse that.
Yeah, it's a stage of where you get freaking a numbness, where you get stagnant, where you can't make your next move or decision. You know, when you're scared, man, you can't move. You know,
that's a fact.
It seems like, you know, that's what this world's trying to implement right now. A lot of fear in us. You know. Like, you know, like we can't even see the next day, or they don't even want us to think about the next, you know, months, 5 months from now. You know, back then when we were young, I remember like, man, I wanted to be this, I want to do this, even gang banging, like, oh man, can't wait till next week, homie. I didn't. Oh, you know, it was crazy. Now it's just like even gang members know what's going on. Man. It seems like the caller earlier, I ain't saying he was a gang member or nothing, but people are tapped in and they know what they're talking about. Everybody in the comments, all the people, they know what's happening, bro. You know, so how could you not say that? Most of us, I'll say most of us, you know, other channels talk about this. Let me tell you, man, you know, they'll talk about this with the West Coast media. I hear American Cholo, they talk about all these subject topics and so forth, you know, the round table, you know, they talk about topics like this. So people are exploiting, you know, what's going on and what's taking place. It's for us to do your homework. And like I said, because when it happens, you can't say like, oh, I didn't know. Even though I was watching the G-Lew show, they were talking about it, let's talk about it, but I didn't know it was happening. That's when it's a bigger slap in the face, you know? You knew it was there. We knew what we were talking about, but I guess you didn't want to receive it, man, you know? When I get on a plane, I get on try something mode. Try something. Yeah, try something. Oh man, you know, what have you tried? What have you tried so far on the plane, Traveling Charlie? Let us know. Talk about it, homie. You know, say what have you tried, man? They got news on the plane too. Trust me, you know, especially when the plane's going down, homie. They'll let you. Today's your last day. The plane's going down. We have no way to go back. You know what I mean?
All that don't even matter. I don't even pay attention when they're explaining to you. You know, when you get on the plane, they explain the thing.
Oh my
I
God!
don't even pay attention because when it's happening, bro, I'm not thinking about that, man. I'm like, it's not gonna be. Hey, it is what it is, man. I leave it in God's hands again, bro.
You know, you can't really. You know, one thing we can't do, man, is that we don't know what's gonna happen in the future, man. So start figuring it out. You could prep for it. You could stay on top of it. You know, but you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't even know what's happening in the next 10 minutes. Only God knows that. Like you said earlier, Pop, you know, you just do your thing, man. We live right. We stay solid. You stay true to yourself and be there for other people, man, as best as we can, whether it's on a YouTube channel or you know, face to face, man, you know, because we, like you said it, brother, we really don't know what the next 5 minutes is going to take place right now, man. No, you know, so it's crazy, man. It's a reality check to tell you the truth, man. So reality on top of reality, man. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy. The train system will let you know, while this train derails, you know, just fasten your seatbelts.
Right. Even if they tell you it, at that point, it don't really matter. It's like it's all bad. It don't really matter. You can just hope for the best. But at that point, even if they tell you, if the pilot's going to tell you the plane we're experiencing real bad turbulence, doesn't look good, we're about to go down. He's going to tell you, I mean, it still is what it is.
I mean, even on a Magic Mountain roller coaster, they'll tell you, dog, you know what I mean? Go this flight, this is gonna happen. Read the blueprint right there. Yeah. And we'll probably if you have any
that's why I never got on free fall. I'm not a free fall fan.
If you got medical problems,
I'm not a free fall fan. I never got on free fall.
Are you serious, Pops?
I'm not a free fall fan, dog. Everything else, but not free fall. I don't like that drop like that.
Oh man,
I don't do belly bungee, none of that stuff, dog. None of it, dog.
Oh, news alert, people! Just like I said, man, we already know that Pops has a little fear in them when it comes.
I mean, I ride all the everything else, but except free fall.
Okay, so they took that away, and now they have
got a new one now. I know it's something else, but I don't want that either. Definitely don't want that.
And that's 3 times higher than the other one.
Definitely no. If I didn't get on free fall, I'm definitely not getting on this one.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, man.
No skydiving, none of that.
That's one of the ones that I've been wanting to do bad. And every time I go, it's closed or the line is crazy. You know, it's off the yin yang. And I was just like, man, hey, I have some freaking, you know, how they say, you know, when you a bucket list. I want to jump off the airplane, bro.
No, man.
Yeah, bro. You know, it's $100 in San Diego. I already know where to go, bro. You know, Oceanside right there.
Oh, man.
Hey, I really do, bro.
You need to hang out with Cholo Trucker then. You need to hang out with Cholo Trucker for a few days. I don't know if he did that. I don't know if he jumped out of a plane yet.
Cholo Trucker got hit by a car on a rainy day, dog.
Oh my God.
Like, you know, that's those things, you know.
Oh man,
you prepare yourself instead, but how are you gonna go in the rain, bro? Where it's kind of hard for people to see, and all that. You're waiting for an accident to happen, bro. You know, but shout out to Cholo Trucker because he seems like a daredevil. I don't know if he would do that.
Sure but a plane. You serious, Big D?
If you flew in an airplane, why not free fall, bro? No, dog. You know, you'll lose like maybe 10 seconds of your screen done. Everything else is free falling, bro. That's on my bucket list, bro. To tell you the truth.
Wow.
Well,
good luck on that one, man. Wow.
I got my GoPro, bro, so I'll have it on there. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's see how many subscribers I get off of that one. Huh? It's like,
really?
Let's see how many views I should get off that, man. Hey, it's just part of life, man. You know, it's just people have different bucket lists, man, and we should be able to do what we want.
Right, exactly. You know,
if I die off of that, at least I was happy, man.
Nah, for sure. Nah, for sure.
Hey, you can't say you don't want it unless you do it. You know, that's just.
Right.
I mean, I have problems eating like certain foods. I want to eat that. As soon as I ate that, I was like, damn, that's one of my favorite foods, man. We're always disregarding ourselves, shortchanging ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying? These all carry a parachute inside your carry-on. Straight up, that's another thing. If you could get on the airplane, Pops, you could free fall, homie.
No.
You're coming down.
You said you get on a plane. No, didn't I just tell you I don't even get on free fall, dog? What makes you think I'm gonna jump out of a plane, homie? No,
not even for $1 million.
I just can't. Well, that's something different. We might have to talk about it.
Everything's negotiable.
We might have to talk about
it.
Oh, I lost my thing. Hold up. Hey.
Let's talk about it. Yo, let's talk.
I said we might have to talk about it on that one.
Yo, let's talk about
$1 million.
That's crazy, man.
But no, other than that, no.
Hey, it's just people do some crazy things. Not what I won't do. What I see people do is getting a freaking like what was that thing, that show with Joe Rogan?
I just don't trust that thing. Like, what if your parachute? What if that stuff malfunctions? That's what I'm thinking about. It's more of that than jumping out of the plane. Like, I got to make sure I'm secure, man. And they can't give me 100% security, dog. I can't. Man, you know what I mean? Anything can happen, bro.
Ain't secure. The doctor might drop you.
Anything can happen, doggy. But not 20,000 feet in the air, bro. Or however high I'm up there, dog.
Oh man, bro, that is crazy, man. People like riding horses, man, and once it jumps, they look at Superman, man.
I ain't never rode
a horse.
I rode a pony. I ain't never rode a horse either. Certain things, man, I respect certain boundaries, man.
Hey, next episode, next Monday night, the things we do and the things we don't do, man. That's gonna be a good one right there, man. Let's talk.
Oh man, let's talk about it, y'all.
That's crazy. Wow. I don't know. We just having
bungee jump. No bungee jump.
Hey, one day we gotta go to Mexico, dog. I'll put you on a horse.
I mean, I'm up to riding a horse. I'm not saying I won't do it. You know what I mean? I'm not against that. You know what I me?
Yeah, on a horse, you're only like a couple feet up.
You just got to be careful. So I got to know what I'm doing, and whoever's I'm with. If I'm with you, you got to know what you're doing too. Don't put me on a horse on me and have me vulnerable and get me kicked off the horse and all type of crazy stuff, man.
Right. Hey, I had an experience with the horse too when I was young. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying right there. I don't want that.
It took off on us. I was holding on to my mom, bro. I said, Big D got some stories, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's just
I don't want that experience, Big D.
Hey, don't worry, bro. Miguel is gonna come right behind you, homie. He'll grab that too, bro. They should be in the freaking over here at Santa Anita racetrack.
Santa Anita, I remember Santa Anita racetrack, doggy. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I know nothing about that.
I remember Santa Anita racetrack. Santa Anita Mall.
Santa Anita Mall, man. Shout out to Santa Anita out there, man. Little small city, little community out there. But we do our thing.
That's all we went to, the mall. I just remember the mall. I don't know anything about Santa Anita. I remember the racetrack was right there.
Yeah, that's it. They still have it, man. It's out there, good time to kick back, chill, hang out. We do. That's a good way to stay away from the news, man. Live life, people.
Yes, sir.
Live life, man. Get some therapy. A lot of people do things a different way, man. It's just through all this, what we're talking about, yes, the topic was, world events, but when it comes down to the end, live life, man, to the fullest. Because even like you say, even the bomb comes, man. You wanted to do something tomorrow and you didn't. You didn't live it to the fullest.
Exactly. That's why live it to the fullest. I agree, Big D.
You didn't live it to the fullest. So don't shortchange yourself. That's what I'm saying. I have some things that I want to still do in my life, and jumping off an airplane is one of them, man. So,
right.
Love me, hate me, or leave me alone, baby.
Is there any middle ground? Like you don't want to start first, like here, and then go to the plane, like maybe.
Well, no matter what, you got to
jump or something.
Yeah, you got to start. You start with somebody that's experienced. They let you do 5 jumps, then you get your certificate, and you can do yourself. Now I'm doing it with the individual. Yeah, so you have to do it with the individual first, because that's how they make their money as part of, or they prep you or whatever.
Right.
I just want the experience just to say, hey, you know what I've done? It's just facing my fear factors, because I'm scared.
I think that's the biggest fear you can face. If you jump out of excuse my language, a plane, homie, like ain't no other more fear than that.
But pops, let me tell you something, man. When somebody has a gun to your face and they almost kill you, that ain't nothing scary.
I mean, but yeah. But we, that's just, again.
But that's the unknown.
Look back now and say, hey, you made it through that. But again, that's why I say again, God's hands, bro. Because some things, like you said, we don't have control over, man. And that's just the fact of life that we've known. We don't have control over a lot of things, man. Anything can happen at any time, any moment. So the best thing to do that is, like you say, not fear it, because it could happen at any time. But the main thing is to, like I said again, try your best to live your life, get your soul right, homie.
Right.
Live like God is watching you.
It's a fear factor, right? How do you overcome your fears, man? You got to do it, That's what they say, man. How do you overcome your fears? You got to be able
Some
to.
fears though are unknown and you don't know. Like a fear is something you can't over like you just said. If a gun just gets put to your face right now, what are you gonna do? That's something you're not prepared for.
Wow. Yeah, it's true, man. Like one of my bare figures back there, though, I'll tell you what, man, is arachnophobia, man. Spiders, bro. Like I will never put like a spider in my hand, like a tarantula and stuff like that. That right there, that's.
I don't mess with spiders either.
I'll jump off an airplane. I'll stand in front of a train, jump out, and all that stuff. Like I'll live life to the edge. But they'll be like, "Hey, Big D, let me put a spider for $1 million." I'll tell you, heck no, dog. Like I don't. Oh, it's not poisonous. It's not poisonous. Like nah. Like nah. I do have fear factors, man. I'm scared of spiders, bro. It's just crazy. That's crazy, man. It is what it is. So. Good talking, man. Good talking. Let's talk about it, man. It's crazy.
Good topic tonight, Big D.
Yeah, we're not supposed to be talking about my weaknesses, man, and my strengths, all right, people? So I'm vulnerable. But great topic, man. Great topic, man. With world events, let's keep an eye on what's going on. You guys got a little prepping. If you guys see something, man, let us know. Drop it on G-Lew or hit us up, man, and just we could continue to drop certain things, man. I'm with you, Big D. I don't like bugs, rodents, or
I don't like none of that stuff. Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Like a mouse, yeah, but
I don't like mouses. I don't like none of that stuff, man.
A snake, okay, but when you talk about spiders and stuff like that, like arachnid apartment, like, no way, dog.
What up?
What
I
up?
don't like none of that stuff. Thank you, Monica. Great show. Yeah, thank you for everyone's participation tonight. You know what I mean? That's what we need. Let's talk about it. That's what this is about. It's an open forum community. Open discussion,
right?
I mean, we talk, but we want you guys to talk back.
Right.
So this is just what it is. Let's talk about it. I hope we succeed in bringing information. Unlike the news, like I said, some people don't like to watch the news. Maybe you can watch us and we can relay.
Man, elaborate.
What we do and just
the more light you shed on it, the more people know, man. That's what it is. So just bringing light into darkness, man. That's what we're here for. Like Pop said it earlier. We're all one community and so go ahead and support all the other YouTube channels and all. It's all good, man. I take in some things that seems important, and there's some things that I don't take. So do it how you want to do it. Just that's just the way it is, man. But like I said, we did crazy over here too, man. So crazy, man. But much respect, people. Much love on this side, man. It's your boy Big D. Holla at your boy. Like we said, we're gonna leave the same way we came in, man, with much love and respect.
That part.
Have a good day, man. It's raining in Southern California right now for the next 3 days, so make sure you guys don't be going too fast. Patience, okay? Be pace yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't be in a hurry when you could slide off the road and hit somebody else. You can make a good day into a bad day real quick, man. So. Like I said, much love, respect. It's your man of the hour. It's your boy Big D. Appreciate you, Pops. You know what I mean? We're just growing, we're expanding. We thank everybody who came in and participated. We love all you subscribers, man. Check me out on Keeping It Real Big D on my channel. We have open platforms here and there. With that being said, with me, wow.
Peace and love. Shout out to my boy Big D. You can check me out every Friday. We got new interviews up. Got a new interview this Friday, I think. And then Saturday, DD, Long Beach La La, Conversation in the Hookah Lounge. And then Sundays, a rated #1 Sunday oldie show. Oldies rule forever. G-Lew, Nayla, tune in. Shout out to DD Hairston, my producer. Shout out to everyone who tuned in tonight. Big D, keeping it real. And like that, we're out. Everyone have a great week. Peace and love.